It is time to get started. We have attained the quorum. Item 1, confirmation of the minutes of the 17th meeting held on February 22nd. We have received no proposed amendments. Can I take the minutes as confirmed? Thank you. Matters arising, report on meeting with the CS. There is nothing in particular to report. Item 3, business arising from previous council meetings. Legal Service Division report on subsidiary legislation gazetted on February the 22nd and tabled in Council on February the 27th. Legal Advisor. Will members please refer to paper LS 27/12 to 13. There are 3 items to report. The first one is Electronic Transactions Fees Amendment Regulation 2013, enacted by the Secretary of Commerce and Economic Development. This is to revise the fees by about 27%, and members may refer to the paper for the details. Commencement date 1st of May. The next one is the Smoking Public Health Designation of No Smoking Areas Amendment Notice 2013 by the Director of Health. There will be new no smoking areas in the public transport facility, and there will be an abolition or a repeal of the designation of some of the NSAs, and this will come into operation on the 1st of June. The third one is of concern to members, and that is the Import and Export General Regulations and the Import and Export General Amendment Regulation. And this is to ban an export of baby formula from exporting out of Hong Kong, to tackle the parallel trading and to ensure stability of supply in Hong Kong. The effective date is today. We have written to the administration about some of the key issues, and no reply has been forthcoming yet. If necessary, we will submit further reports to members. Subcommittee. Mr. Tong is not speaking through. Legal Advisor. Chairman. We're not suggesting that because of these technical issues a subcommittee should be formed. This is about the drafting issue, like the baby formula, the definition under the law, should it be, would it be appropriate, and so on. Ms. Sit-Ho. Chairman, I propose a subcommittee on this particular issue. Which one are you referring to? Just the baby formula? Yes, about the export of infant formula. An objection? Who would like to join? Mr. James Toh on the same subject. Mr. Toh. The designation of no smoking areas. Para 8 of the Legal Advisor's report. The second line, I don't quite understand that. There are 10 NSA. Is it the case that there is an extra one, or are there any things that are new? Legal Advisor. With regard to the existing 10 NSAs, they change or revise the boundaries because of the physical changes. They are not designating 10 new ones. They are merely amending or revising the scope of the existing 10. Mr. Toh. Can we defer this by another week? I'd like to have a look at the map. I try to ascertain whether it is a revision from the original boundary or what. Can this be deferred? Yes, we'll defer this by another week. Well, the next meeting will be the 20th. So that's why I'm asking whether we have sufficient time, assuming that we need more time to scrutinize it. SG, Chairman, the next meeting is scheduled for the 15th. Perhaps a legal advisor might advise us on the procedure or the timing for this amendment. Legal advisor, please. The first one is the deadline is March to 27th, so there should be enough time. Okay, then I would defer this till the 15th of March. Mr. Toma might wish to have a look at this. Okay, no problem with the electronic transactions. If not, let's move on to the next one. Advance information on business for council meeting of March the 20th. Bills first reading and moving of second reading. Pilotage Amendment Bill 2013 and Air Pollution Control Amendment Bill 2013. Government motion. Proposed resolution to be moved by the Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury under the Public Finance Ordinance. Legal advisor, please. Chairman, please refer to paper LS 28. Each year following the delivery of the budget, there is this resolution on account to be moved by the administration so that they can seek funds on account to enable the government to carry on its services between the start of the financial year and the time when the appropriation ordinance comes into operation. All the details are set out in the report. There is a specific ceiling on the sum sought by the administration. Any questions? Subcommittee? If not, let's move on to report of bills committees and subcommittees. Report of the subcommittee on 3 proposed resolutions under Section 5(3)(b) of the Public Bus Services Ordinance. Mr. Chen Kam-lam. Chairman, thank you. Chairman, under the 5(3)(b), the Public Bus Services Ordinance, there are 3 resolutions to enable the 3 bus operators to have 3 franchises, and they will be excluded from the profit control scheme. We have had 1 meeting, and members are supportive of the resolutions of the administration and will not move any amendments. The subcommittee deliberation is set out in the paper for members' information. The administration will give notice for the 3 proposed resolutions to be moved. All right, next report of the Subcommittee on Personal Data, Privacy Amendment Ordinance 2012, commencement notice, Mr. Chen Kin-po. Chairman, we are done with the deliberation. This is done in accordance with the Personal Data Privacy Amendment Ordinance. The administration appoints the 1st of April as the day on which the sections relating to direct marketing will come into operation. We've had 1 meeting with the Commissioner of Privacy, and we examined all the provisions and the preparation of the Commissioner and also the organizations involved in direct marketing, and also the forms and that they need to prepare. Now the Commissioner will get on with public education and publicity, and we look at the manpower resources arrangement and so on. In terms of objection and agreement forms, the Privacy Commissioner has said that there are templates available for the data users to submit the details, and also to be in line with the new requirements. Regarding the 1st of April being appointed as the date of commencement, we don't have any objection. There will be no amendments, and we will be submitting a report in writing later. Thanks very much, Mr. Chen. The deadline for amendment is the 20th of March, and the deadline for giving notice of amendment is March the 13th. Position of bills, committees and subcommittees. As of February the 28th, there are 5 bills committees, 8 subcommittees under the House, and 7 subcommittees on policy issues under panels that are currently in action, and 3 subcommittees on policy issues under panels on the waiting list. Any questions? No. Proposed overseas duty visit to the Republic of Korea by the panel on environmental affairs. Please refer to paper 630/12 to 13. Ms. Ho. Chairman, thank you. We propose that this visit takes place between 2nd and 5th of April 2013. In terms of waste reduction and recycling, there is so much that we can learn from the Republic of Korea. They have done a pretty good job. Now in Hong Kong, we have to face the waste charging and also the controversial issues of incinerated and so on. So we have decided that we will pay a visit to Seoul between the 2nd and 5th of April. We have 20-odd members on the panel. Some members suggested that we restrict the participation to members who are panel members. I am open-minded about it. Perhaps I leave it to the House for discussion. Any comments? Mr. K.K. Fong? Chairman. Previously, these kind of delegations would be opened up to members. I'm interested myself, although I'm not a member of the EA panel. I am interested in the work of the panel. I hope that this can be opened up to members who are non-panel members. Mr. Ip Kwok Him, I'm not interested in joining the visit, but in the light of my experience, these kind of visits would be open to other councillors who are not on the panel, and if they are concerned about the issue, they should be allowed to join. If we restrict the membership to those who are on the panel, I do have reservation. Mr. Albert Chan. Chairman, I am a panel member, but I'll be otherwise engaged in early April. Now, we are concerned about all the issues. I would support opening up to other members. I mean, that's per usual practice. Perhaps I missed the discussion at that time. I don't think we should have a restrictive practice. Mr. Tommy Chung. Chairman, I'm scheduled to visit somewhere else. I would be interested, but I don't think I can make it on the trip. I would support opening it up to other members. We visited New York. We had 8 to 10 members. This was manageable. I'm not too concerned about opening up to other members. Ms. Seminole. Chairman, I'm a non-member of the panel. I would go for opening up the visit to other members. Did we think about any ceiling? And I hope that the mix of the team of the delegation should be composed of members of different parties.
Yes, the SG. I'll invite Andy, the Assistant Secretary General, to give a reply. Yes, thank you. Now, in fact, in the HC menu, there are guidelines concerning the size of the study tour. It is said that the size of the delegation should not be too big because there may be difficulties in giving the necessary support to members, but then there isn't a number specified. But of course, if we have more members who are interested in joining, then the Secretariat will provide the manpower resources accordingly. But then members may decide whether a large delegation would mean efficiency in discussion with the authorities in South Korea. Mr. Wu Chi-wai. Now we can see that it's really a very busy schedule, and there will be detailed discussions with the authorities there. And so for the sake of efficiency, we said that perhaps the tour would only be restricted to members of the panel. But of course, now we know that there is this tradition. So, but Mr. Chen Kin-po, now because there are over 20 members in the EA panel, and if we open the tour to all members or the visit to all members, then we may end up having 40 members, and it will be difficult for the authorities in South Korea to receive the delegation. So let's see how many members are interested, and then if we can draw lots for panel members. Mr. Chung Shu-kun, I'm of the view that there's no need to limit the number of members joining. So our members are all for opening up the membership of the duty visit, and Ms. Emily Lau hopes that we can have representatives from different political parties joining the delegation. So I think, Mr. Ho, you can iron out the details in the panel based on this principle. We all understand that environmental protection is a hot topic, and we believe all political parties will be interested in the visit. Mr. Ho, yes, I thank members for their comments. I also hope that there would at least be one member from each political party joining the visit, because we will have to deal with legislation and policies on environmental protection. But then I hope the members can sign up as soon as possible, because we have been told it will be difficult to book hotel rooms for that period, and we are leaving on the 1st of April. But Chairman, what if there is oversubscription? And what is meant by oversubscription? Can we give guidelines to the panel, or else if they can't make a decision, they may have to come back to us? SG, what do you think? Should there be a cap with regard to the number of members? And if there's oversubscription, then will lots be drawn? So I think we need to give clear guidelines to the panel. Yes, I'll say something first, Chairman. According to 29A of the House Rules, or B rather, members should take part in all the programs in the visit, and non-panel members can also be invited to join the visit. I personally feel that the panel is understands best the itinerary. For example, whether there will be special arrangements concerning certain meetings during the duty visit. So may I suggest that we leave the detailed arrangements to the panel, but of course the Secretariat will give the panel all the support it needs. Assistant SG, I've got nothing to add. Mr. Ronnie Tong. Now, I'm not objecting to leaving the decision to the panel, but then there may be non-panel members who would like to join, and when the panel makes a decision, those members will not be present during the discussion. And the SID asked members to sign up as soon as possible. What is meant by as soon as possible? I think we should set a deadline for applying. And also, I think for non-panel members who would also like to join, they should take part in the decision-making process. Mr. Wong Yok-man. Now, of course, the Yay panel can make a preliminary decision, and I think we can set a cap, and then we should leave the detailed arrangements to them. And if members are worried that there may be oversubscription, then perhaps we can have one representative of each political party. But then that will be the Easter holidays. I don't think many members will be interested. All right, let's leave the matter to the panel. I'm sure the panel will deal with this matter very fairly and seriously. And I think the chairman and the deputy chairman of the panel can help iron out all these details. Assistant Secretary General. Chairman, in fact, according to the menu for panel chairman, the details can be left to the panel. Perhaps the panel can look at how many panel members and non-panel members are interested in the visit, and then the panel can make a final decision. Now, I believe nobody objects to opening up the visit to all members. So perhaps the panel can immediately write to members, inviting them to sign up, and please set a deadline for signing up. Maybe ultimately not too many members will be interested. So Mr. Ho and Mr. Chung Shu Kan, I believe, are fully capable of dealing with the matter. Mr. Ho, I would like to ask the Secretariat to, as soon as possible, issue reply slips to members. So let's first of all see how many members are interested. We of course hope to open up the visit as far as possible. But then if we have 30 or 40 members who express interest, then I will invite them all to a meeting. And then different political parties can decide who their representatives on the tour will be. Mr. Chung Shu Kan, I agree with her. Mr. Vincent Fang, as Mr. Ho has pointed out, time is running out because the delegation will leave on the 1st of April. So may I suggest that we set a cap, say 25, and if the number exceeds 25, then perhaps lots can be drawn. Otherwise, if the number is under 25, then things can go ahead. All right, perhaps we can have an indication of interest at this stage. Now, this is not final, okay? Those who are interested, I just want to have an idea as to how many are interested, so that the panel can start the planning. About a dozen odd or 20. Mr. Leung Kwok-hong. Now, I think the panel has to extend an invitation to other members. And I think priority should be given to panel members. And then we can set a deadline. I think priority should be given to panel members as the first thing. And then second, the panel can extend an invitation to all other members of the council. I think even if lots are to be drawn, we must make sure that priority goes to panel members. Mr. Jeffrey Lam. Now, we've already said that we need to take into account the capacity of the receiving of authority. We all agree that the matter should be left to Mr. Ho's panel. So let's leave everything to them. Right? So we'll leave the matter to the panel. No objection to this overseas duty visit. All right, so we'll just leave the matter to the panel. AOB, no AOB items. Meeting adjourned.